Good morning from Blackpool Pleasure Beach, where it's a beautiful off-peak day. The weather's nice, the crowds are low, and I'm looking forward to getting back on lots of my favourite rides, and of course, bringing you all of the latest updates. Been just over 2 weeks since I was last here, of course, for the opening of Aviktas, the UK's tallest gyro swing, and an absolute firm favourite of mine. I adore this ride so much. But along with that, there's lots of other updates from around the park to share, including Valhalla, that is now back open as well. So I'm really excited to get back on Valhalla today, and of course, bring you all the latest updates. Look at it go. It is an absolute monster. Swinging up to 138 feet. And yeah, been open for a few weeks now. What are your thoughts on Aviktas? I would love to know down below in the video comments. But not only is it an excellent addition to Pleasure Beach and the UK theme park industry, but also just the vibes around this ride. Like, you don't have to go on it to enjoy Aviktas. Just standing around here watching it is great, and that's something that I've really noticed, the energy around this ride with the music, the landscaping they've done around it. It's just a nice place to be and does soak up the atmosphere, and especially with it being in this location here in the park, having the walkway over here on the side. Look at it, there's about 30 people down there now just watching the ride. I think that is fantastic, how everybody can stand there, really enjoy it, and soak up the vibes of Aviktas. Yeah, I've just started off the day with 3 rides on here because they actually opened it early. It's an 11:05 park day today, but 10:45 they'd already opened up the queue, which was fantastic. So it was really nice to get a couple of rides in before 11, and of course before the queue built up as well. Saying that, it's only on about 15 minutes, I'd say now. And I know it's been open for a little while now, but it still feels so surreal having one of these large intimate gyro swings in the UK. Phenomenal ride experience. Yeah, I love the style of it around here. And the soundtrack really makes it as well, especially when the ride dispatches and the beat kind of drops and it's all timed in with the cycle, which I love. But yeah, going in for a 4th ride of the day now. Yeah, probably about a 15-minute wait, a couple of cycles, I'd say. You got to think it does seat 40 people at a time as well. So yeah, just down here at the side. Let's go, have another ride on Aviktas. Of course, make sure you check out the opening day videos. We've got on-ride POVs and rider cam POVs as well on the channel from this ride, from the media launch. And I've also built the model recently. So yeah, that went on a few days ago on the channel. So make sure you check that out. I built the Aviktas 3D printed model. Priced at £250, an expensive piece of theme park merch. But do I think it was worth it? Definitely. Check out that video if you haven't already. It just brings such a nice energy to the park, and especially in this location at Pleasure Beach, that since the wild mouse was removed, this part of the park's felt so flat, so it's just been really nice just having a great vibe around here. Look at everybody again standing up there watching the ride. Soon, if you are a bit scared to ride it, you know, come here, watch your friends, watch your family on it, and you're still going to have a great Aviktas experience. And you know it's a good ride when you can enjoy it just as much from off-ride. And that's something that John Wardley always said about rides that he designed at Alton Towers, like Nemesis and Oblivion. Even if you didn't want to go on them rides, just standing around and watching them and giving people the enjoyment, that's what it was all about. And we've kind of got the same here with Aviktas, which is great. I am absolutely obsessed with Aviktas. I just can't get enough of that ride. I've just had another 2 rides on there, meaning that I've had 5 now today in about an hour. Really helped the fact that they got it open early this morning. I do really like it when parks do that, and obviously it was advertised to open from 11, but no, 10:45, we're already in the park and the queue line was open, and that first dispatch as well on Aviktas, which was fantastic. Honestly, I love the thing so much. It really is a spectacular experience. The airtime that you get on there, especially with it being just a lap bar, you are pushed out of your seat at the top, and the fact you get maybe 5 or 6 big swings on there as well, where you're really getting that push. But even the build up to that, it doesn't take long until you get them bigger swings, which is great. And it's like at the end of the ride as well, it doesn't take long to slow down and park. You get a lot of action on that ride, which is fantastic, and that's why I love the intermittent gyro swings more than the other ones that are out there. I love gyro swings in general, but especially the intermittent versions. The fact that you get to the action more, and it slows down fast at the end. You get them big swings, which are excellent. But yeah, the airtime's great. The fact it's just a lap bar as well, and you get some really good forces when you come back through the loading area as well. In fact, that's probably the most intense part of the ride, where you feel the speed the most, where you're coming back through that loading area, swinging back and forwards. Everybody's loving it. Everyone's having a great time. And if you are a little bit too scared to ride it, don't worry. Like, watch your friends and family on there and see them enjoying it, because honestly, it's a spectacle. It really is. And yeah, great to see everybody having a fantastic time. But yeah, in terms of other updates around the park, got quite a bit to talk about today. So yeah, we're going to head round, get a few rides in, and share lots of updates. This will be my final visit for a few weeks, because of course we've got our big trip coming up that we're really excited for. And yeah, when we're back, it will be school trip season. Spoke a bit about this in my video from Alton Towers last week. And yeah, basically as we get towards the end of June, throughout the first couple of weeks of July, really busy in the parks Monday to Friday with school trips. So it's definitely worth getting them pre-school trip season visits in for some quieter queues. Now, another huge part of coming to Pleasure Beach today was also to get back on Valhalla. It's one of my favourite water rides in the world. I do love the thing, and as much as it's an absolute soaker, to be honest, the weather isn't too bad today. I've got my Crocs, I've got my swim shorts, I'm all prepared, because I always like to make sure that I'm well prepared when I'm going on Valhalla. It's one of the wettest water rides anywhere in the world, and it's right here in Blackpool. Now, in terms of opening hours for Valhalla, it has got limited hours again. I remember last year on the quieter days, it operated from 2 until 5. So yeah, open like 3 hours after park opening, and then closed with the park. Well, they've changed that for this year. So how it works now is it operates from 1 o'clock through until 4 o'clock, so still only for 3 hours, which, you know, isn't too bad on a really quiet day. But yeah, when the school trips start coming, it is going to get some big queues. So I'm not a huge fan of that, but also I can understand that the operating costs for that ride are a lot. Look at Aviktas go over there, just swinging behind Revolution. Ah, brilliant. I feel that airtime from here. So yeah, it's one of them, isn't it, with Valhalla? Not a huge fan of the fact it's only open for a few hours on the quieter days, but it's better than having no Valhalla at all. The operating cost for that ride must be insane, with all the fire effects, and I'm hoping that it's going to be pretty reliable effects-wise today. So I'm going to head down there just after 1 o'clock when it opens, and hopefully get 2 or 3 rides in today on Valhalla. And it's been open for a couple of weeks already now, so I've heard mixed reports in terms of how effects are working. It's Valhalla. I mean, you're always going to get a mix of, you know, sometimes you'll go on and everything's working and it's absolutely phenomenal. And trust me, when everything works on there, it is a brilliant experience, unlike anything else around the world. But also, sometimes you'll go on and quite a few effects will not be working. So yeah, we'll just see. It can vary so much as well. You can have one ride, go straight back round again, and then 10 minutes later, be a completely different ride to what it was before. It's always been like that in the, well, 26 years it's been here at Pleasure Beach. I know it spent a couple of years of that closed for the reimagining, but still opened in year 2000, and that was the ride for me. Every time I used to come to Pleasure Beach with mum and dad, back when it was a paper ride park, I'd always go on there, and always really thankful of mum and dad taking me on Valhalla, and me and dad used to go on there and have such a great time. It was amazing. Talking to dad, he's actually in Blackpool with me today. No Charlotte and George today. They're doing a few other bits at home, getting ready for the trip. But yeah, like, I brought my dad. He's metal detected on the beach. Because we do live in the Midlands, Blackpool's still one of our closest beaches. And my dad loves his metal detector, so he's come down today, made the most of the sunshine. It's nice now. Hey, good toot there from the Express. Gonna have a ride on Icons. Yeah, just wanted to do a bit of an update about Enzo. So it was priced at £15 for a number of years. Then they brought the price down to £5, which was great, but also it did mean that it was getting some pretty big queues. Now, of course, Enzo is the spinning seat, which is on the back of one of the trains. Really good fun experience, definitely worth doing. But yeah, it wasn't worth £15 in my opinion. Definitely worth a fiver, but obviously that's been building up some queues. So they have put the price up a little bit. It's gone to £7 now for Enzo, which I don't think is too bad at all. I think the price is just about right there now. But yeah, Enzo's not on that train, it's on the one that's just loading up in the station. 2 train service on Icons, this is probably going to be about a 15-minute wait, I'd say. But yeah, £7 now for Enzo. I think that's priced right for an upcharge attraction like that. Icon running beautifully as always. Honestly, that coaster is just so consistent, and it's been like that since 2018 when it opened. Every time you go on Icon, you know what you're getting. You're in for a fantastic ride, smooth, some great airtime, but also some pretty intense elements as well, especially towards the end of the ride. That banking from left to right really does make Icon an excellent coaster. I know there's much bigger and more intense rides around the country, but I still think Icon holds up as one of my favourite rides in the UK. I do love it. And like I said before my ride, if you've still not done Enzo, it's definitely worth it, especially for the £7 price tag. I feel like they've got that just right. 15 was too expensive, 5 was probably a little bit too cheap, so it was building up some big waves. But yeah, £7 seems to be the perfect kind of sweet spot for that. And it is a great experience. Originally, the weather for today wasn't looking the best when I looked at the forecast, but it's really nice today now. Beautiful, it always clears up though, doesn't it, near the coast. Look there at the big one, I'm going to save that for later on, get a few more rides in. Well yeah, big focus is Valhalla, so I'm going to head down there shortly. And I'm excited to get back on there. Here's a look at Skyforce. Yeah, still no updates on Skyforce. It was closed last year here at Pleasure Beach, and it's been closed so far this year with no further updates as to what's happening to it. The rumour on the mill is the fact that it's going to be getting sold at some point, and that's why they've left it built up, so a potential buyer could see it operating. But yeah, I still think they should reopen this. Of course, it's still not one of my favourite rides in the park, and it is quite low throughput as well, with it only having the 12 seats. But I'd still rather see this operating than not at all, you know. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the long term with the Red Arrow Skyforce. See what happens. I think obviously if the Red Arrow's license ran out, I'd like to see them rebrand it as like Pleasure Beach Airlines or something and bring it back. Still another ride, isn't it, at this part of the park? So yeah, I'd love to see it back open. And I have said this a few times before, but it does really feel like Pleasure Beach over the past kind of 10 years has got this certain style about it, especially since Icon, with the colour scheme and the landscaping they did around it, and the same with Aviktas as well. It's a really nice kind of style that fits great with Pleasure Beach in my opinion. But yeah, I'd love to see a few other parts of the park tidied up now, because I'm not a massive fan of seeing like old rides that have gone still standing, and one of the biggest offenders for that is the monorail track. Now you can see some of it here, just with Avatar Airbender in the background there in Nickelodeon land, and yeah, you can spot old bits of monorail around the park. I'd love to see them like fully remove that, and it's like with Skyforce, you know, if it is going to go, take it down, take out a guest view, just, you know, tidies up the park that little bit more. But gradually over the past kind of 10 years we have seen Pleasure Beach really improving its look and appearance. I remember for quite a few years, you know, it was looking quite neglected in places, but yeah, they're certainly going in the right direction. But I'd love to see like the old monorail track taken out. That's a big one for me now. So I did actually ask the question a few years ago on one of the behind the scenes tours, why is part of the monorail track still standing and other parts have gone? Basically what they've done over the years is attach quite a bit of infrastructure to the monorail track and also supports as well. So you might notice in certain areas you got things like lighting or CCTV cameras attached to it. What I'd love to see them do is even they could keep some of the poles, attach the infrastructure to that, but take the rest of the track out because it looks so much tidier. There goes Avalanche. All the interactions between the rides, I love it. There goes Pleasure Beach Express. It's approaching 1 o'clock. I'm going to head down towards the main event for me today, Valhalla, the big moment. I really want to get 2 or 3 rides on it because, like I say, it can vary so much, the experience on there with effects. But yeah, I mentioned just about the monorail track. This is a little example for you up here. There you go, so you can see how you've got the lighting that's been attached to it up there. But yeah, in an ideal world, keep the supports, attach the lights to them because you would never know then that it's an old ride. But then yeah, it would just look a lot tidier, wouldn't it? Because I still hear people to this day, even though the monorail closed in like 2012, people still talk about it and say, oh, where did we get on that monorail? Yeah, the station for the monorail used to be up here on the left. You see where the game stall is now, opposite Wallace and Gromit. That used to be the station area for the old monorail back in the day. Hopefully it's not going to build up too much of a queue, especially if you get down there for opening or just after opening at 1 o'clock. Not looking too busy down there at the Ghost Train. About a 5-minute wait, I'd say. And yeah, I've got all my spare clothes, I've got my Crocs and everything ready to go. Honestly, Crocs are perfect for water rides like Valhalla. So I'm going to go and get changed down, get in that pre-queue. Oh, there we go. Quite a few waiting. Oh yeah, probably got about, I don't know, 10-15 minute pre-queue. I've got my swim shorts and everything. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go and get changed in the toilet and then make my way over to Valhalla. Here we go, sun's out, Crocs on, got my swim shorts on. I'm ready for Valhalla and perfect timing. They've just opened the queue. Yeah, it's probably going to be about a 20-minute wait, something like that. Let's go. Get your Crocs on. Look at that waterfall. It is just iconic. Seagulls coming down there in front as well. And yeah, just noticed on the board, 1 until 5 today. That's good. Yeah, I know that quite a few days since it's reopened, it has been that reduced hours of only 3 hours of operation. We got 4 hours today. I'll take that. If I don't know, I'd have probably saved it until the last hour of the day, but still, we're going for it. Valhalla, oh, I'm excited to get back on it. As much as I do miss certain elements of the original, it's still a very impressive ride. The biggest thing I miss the most from the original is of course the soundtrack. I used to adore the old music for it. I think it fit this ride a lot better than the newer soundtrack in my opinion. What I would like to have seen them done is have this new soundtrack outside for the queue line and station, and as soon as you enter into Valhalla, kept the original soundtrack or remastered it. It was like the Nemesis soundtrack at Alton Towers, too iconic to change, so they remastered it, and I thought it'd be the same for Valhalla, but obviously not, they did change it. Of course, not going to be able to film on the ride, but we have got a rider cam POV from Valhalla on the channel from a few years ago after the reimagining, so make sure you check that out if you haven't already. Well, yeah, it's got one of the best facades ever, hasn't it? With a massive waterfall, the giant rock front, the huge Viking off to the side. This is Valhalla at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Let's see how it's riding for 2026. Oh my God, I have just had 3 back-to-back rides on Valhalla, completely walk on, did it in just under half an hour on 3 rides, and that's the thing, it's a long ride, it's about 7.5 minutes, there's so much packed into that ride, and yeah, I am dripping wet through. Don't underestimate that ride if you are coming here to the park, because it is an absolute soaker. Luckily, my camera and phone and bags and everything stayed dry. What I do is put it all in my bag and then wrap it in my coat, and then obviously I've just got my swim shorts, Crocs and this t-shirt on, and then yeah, I can just get changed and put everything else back on that's dry. Unfortunately, a lot of effects weren't working today in Valhalla. I'll talk more in detail about it in just a second, so I'll put in a little bit more off-ride footage. I'm going to go and get changed, and then let's talk about Valhalla and how it's running. Well, there we go, I've all changed after my 3 back-to-back rides on Valhalla. I love going on these mega water rides that we've got here in the UK, but I also like to be prepared as well. Whether I'm doing this, Stormforce 10 at Drayton Manor, Tidal Wave down at Thorpe Park, these big water rides, you've got to bring spare clothes or be prepared with how wet you're going to get on there. I tell you what though, it is one of the best water rides anywhere in the world. I do absolutely love it. Like I say, I've got a lot of nostalgia for the original version that opened in year 2000. They did make some quite big changes to the overall experience when they did that redo a few years ago, but I'd still rather have this version of Valhalla than no Valhalla at all, because it's iconic, and honestly the general public here at Pleasure Beach absolutely love it. I think for the GP it's one of the favourite rides like in the country, like everybody absolutely loves this thing, and yeah, it's quiet today, it's walk on, but on a busy day you can see 90-minute waits for Valhalla, so it's still a very, very popular ride here at the park. Yeah, it's manufactured by Intamin, my favourite manufacturer, and yeah, with this ride you've got a small drop that used to be backwards, but since the redo has been a forwards drop. You go on the turntable before that spins you round, which is quite a cool effect, and with the audio it's like go back, you must turn round, and then it spins you to go down the drop forwards, and like I say, it used to be backwards. And then you've got 2 other much bigger drops in there as well that are very steep. The second drop on this ride, the gradient of it is like that, it's ridiculously steep, and so is the final drop as well, but it's that second one that really gets you. The last drop is a double drop on there as well, down to the end of the ride, but obviously the ride experience itself is made up the fact that it's fully enclosed, you've got lots of special effects in there, there's so much to see, and the big part of it is the fire. Unfortunately, we're not looking really good for fire effects at the moment. There was a lot not working, and we didn't have any of the big fire blasts down there at the end. The ring of fire, as we call it, or it's actually a square, the square of fire wasn't on either. The big barrels worked on one of my 3 rides, then didn't work on the others. Yeah, there's quite a bit in there not working, which is a shame, and it's one of them, you know, so many people love this ride. I know a lot of people that travel all the way for it, so I just wish they could make it a bit more reliable effects wise, because there was just so much off in there today. It's one of them, there's no other water ride anywhere else like it in the world. Having all of that water inside a huge building like this, massive show building, like the size of this is ridiculous. But what an incredible ride. Even with a lot of the effects off, I still really enjoy it. Look at people though coming off soaked. Don't underestimate it. Make sure you get ponchos, you wrap your phone up, you know, there's no baggage storage for this ride or anything. You want to make sure you get everything protected the best you can do, because yeah, it's an absolute soaker in there, it really is. I love just watching people coming out here at the end and not realising, you know, how wet they were going to get on it. Last year I did one of the very exclusive behind the scenes tours on Valhalla, and it was worth every penny. It was a brilliant experience. They also allowed us to take photos and videos throughout the entire tour as well, so make sure you do check out that video on the channel. One of my favourite ever days I've had in a UK theme park, going behind the scenes of this ride. It's something that I've always loved since I was a kid. Every time we used to come here with mum and dad and it was paper ride, I'd always wanted to go on Valhalla. It was just the one that I wanted to keep going and going on again. and I still love it to this day, I really do. Of course, that original version I had a lot more nostalgia for. I love the old soundtrack, I miss the old ice room, the backwards drop, and some of the other elements as well that have gone, but still, they did make certain aspects of it more immersive than what they were before. It's really nice how it's quite dark in some of the scenes now. You used to get a lot of light coming in, especially at this top section here, before they blocked it in. That's actually at the turntable, what used to be the backwards drop, and yeah, they blocked it all in, and it has made it a lot more immersive there than it used to be before. But no, it's an incredible ride. I just wish they could get the effects a bit more reliable. I do think it's probably sensor issues. There's that much water in there. It's probably tripping the sensors for all the effects, because we had no fire blasts at the end. Like I say, the logs were on one of the ride, the big swinging logs, then they were off again on another one. Yeah, it's a shame really, but it's still incredible. There's just a vibe around this ride that I've always loved, so it's nice to see it back open. And yeah, if you're coming here to Pleasure Beach, get your rides in on Valhalla. Yeah, 26 years it's been here at the park. And it is promising to see it open for the extra hour today as well. Hopefully that's going to be the case throughout the year, you know, because yeah, 3 hours is nowhere near enough time, in my opinion, to have this ride open, especially when the weather's good like it is today. Yeah, 1 till 5. That's definitely better. I think ideally it should open from 11 o'clock still, but yeah, it is what it is. You know, it's a lot of running costs in that ride. Maybe not today, because a lot of the effects weren't working, but I've heard mixed reports so far these past couple of weeks. Some people have said that, you know, a lot of the effects have been off. Other people have said things have been working. It can just vary so much. Like I say, in half an hour, things went off and on. It's, yeah, always been like that, very inconsistent ride, but it's still a very good ride. And even without any effects, the actual flume ride itself from Intamin is fantastic. But yeah, everybody loves it. People having photos with the facade and everything. It's great. Now there is another ride here at Pleasure Beach that is yet to open for 2026. That is the 1935 Mobius Loop wooden roller coaster, the Grand National. I'm itching to get back on this. It's one of my favourite wooden coasters in the country. And yeah, on the website they've had it on there as reopening in June. Well, it's the 5th of June today, and yeah, it's still not open for 2026 at the time of recording this. Fingers crossed it'll be open very soon, or if not, may have already opened by the time I've put this video out online. But yeah, Grand National still closed at the time of recording this. Excited to get back on it soon. Hopefully when we're back from our trip that we're doing, we'll be back on the Grand National. Yeah, I did see a couple of staff down there before looking at the brake section there, so I don't think it's going to be too long at all until this is back up. In fact, the staff over there now at the station for Grand National, that's definitely a good sign. I mean, it is Saturday tomorrow, maybe it's going to reopen tomorrow. Like I say, it's Friday, the day that I'm recording this. I know it has been testing. Hello, you all right? I know it has been testing the past couple of days, so maybe. Always love the flowers and everything, what they do here. The landscaping team do a great job at Pleasure Beach. Yeah, it looks like they're doing final prep, so yeah, it would have been amazing if it had opened today, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be very soon. We're going to get some more re-rides in now. It's not a full part vlog that I'm doing here today. We did only do one just over a month ago, and we'll do a full part vlog doing all the dark rides and things as well, Pleasure Beach Express and all of those. Of course, when we're back from our trip, yeah, towards the end of June. Just wanted to get the latest updates in today, and of course make the most of it, getting some re-rides in. So I'm going to do a couple more on Aviktas, I think. In terms of other updates though, you've got the Krispy Kreme donut stand down here now, that's nice, just by Grand National, and also the hot dog booth there as well. Not too sure on the placement of them, kind of blocking Grand National, especially when it opens. I'd like to see them over here on the grass. I think they'd look better just over there. And I still wish they'd do something with the back of Alice in Wonderland there. It's not looked the same since Trauma Towers came out. That's the one part of the park now what just needs some TLC really. Look at that. These are the best spots in my opinion to get views of Aviktas. The absolute beauty. Intamin gyro swing. Oh, I absolutely love the thing. Obsessed. Absolutely obsessed with it. Looks so nice with the fountains there, doesn't it? Even better when the actual fountain show is on. This is just like the ambient fountains, and then they do the show every so often as well. Well, I've just had another awesome ride on Aviktas, and in the beautiful sunshine as well. And I tell you what, looking over at River Cage, it makes me so excited to get back in here when it reopens. Fingers crossed, next year, 2027, we'll be able to get back inside the classic river cave. It's one of the oldest rides in the country, and I do miss it so much. It's the nostalgia of it, but also the history of this ride that I do love here at Pleasure Beach. And yeah, it's been closed for a couple of years now for reimagining, but Amanda Thompson OBE did speak quite a bit about river caves at the press launch for Aviktas. She spoke a lot about how the storyline had all been tied together, but also about how special this ride is to her family. And I think it was a great grandfather she mentioned that brought back a lot of the different props from around the world that are now displayed in river caves. So yeah, I look forward to it coming back. Hopefully it doesn't change too much, but also they freshen it up a little bit as well. We have no further updates yet, but hopefully we get them soon. We only waited 10 minutes just for Aviktas. Fantastic. Really, really good. And I've got to say the operations on there are much better now as well. Staff have all got used to it. Yeah, that's the queue just down there. So yeah, it's like one cycle's worth of queue. Going to be busy over summer though. Well, that's what we want to see. We want to see a lot of people coming here and experiencing this because it's an incredible ride. I'm going to make the most of some quiet rides now for the final couple of hours of the day. Going to do the big one, maybe a couple of rides on here. Icon, probably do steeplechase as well, Revolution, and a few other bits. Yeah, I'll just get a bit more off-ride footage from some of the rides down here at this side of the park. Also make the most of some pretty quiet queues here at Pleasure Beach. Just doing the daily wheel check there, I think. 3 o'clock. Yeah, they always just do a check of the wheels. Hey, let's go. Oh, look at Aviktas go. What an absolute thing of beauty. I've had 8 rides on there today, so I'm really happy with that. I tell you what, if I'd have spent all day on here, I bet I've had about 30 rides, because yeah, it's not had much of a queue really all day, about 15 minutes max, and the operations really improved a lot on there as well, which is fantastic to see. Been a really good day here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Just gonna have a look inside the big Pleasure Beach shop now in what used to be the old ticket centre in the casino building, because a couple of new bits of merch that I want to show you, including the Aviktas mug, which I am gonna get. I've also had another ride on the big one, Icon, I did Revolution, Steeplechase. So yeah, lots of rides today here at Pleasure Beach on what is the quietest day I'll have here for quite some time now, probably until September, mainly because of that school trip season coming up, and then of course summer holidays. But I do love summer. We've got late night riding and fireworks to enjoy, and more twilight thrills as well. Hey, there goes the big one on the iconic turnaround. And yeah, hopefully get back on Grand National soon, fingers crossed. Let's go and have a look inside the shop. I love this new mug. I've packed in a lot today as well on an 11.5. It's been absolutely brilliant, really enjoyed it. And yeah, this is a fantastic use of the old ticket centre in here. Who remembers back in the day when you come and queue up in here, get your wristbands to put them on for you, tell you what rides were open early and stuff. Yeah, let's have a look at this mug. Yeah, look at that. Absolute beauty. Yeah, I've got to get that. Really nice design with the logo on there. $15.95. Of course, do get my season pass discount on there as well. But yeah, I'm going to pick that up. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm still hoping for a new hoodie. Like, this one's quite nice, but I just wish that it had the green logo on the front. So I am hoping that they do another Aviktas hoodie at some point, and even just like a t-shirt as well would be fantastic. Got the chocolates down there. And these are brand new. In fact, they're new today. They were putting them in earlier on when I came into the shop. You got the snakes just here as well. A Victoria, which is this one. And then you've also got, what's this one called over here? There we go. Oh, that Victoria as well. I thought there was a smaller one somewhere. I think I saw one earlier on. Different names. And you got the Sparkle Aviktas Firefly down there as well. I could have sworn there was two sizes. Oh, maybe it's one of these over here. Possibly. A Victor, the snake, there we go. And there it is, still available if you're interested in getting one. Priced at £250. They are limited edition. They build your own 3D printed model. And yeah, I did do a video on the channel just a few days ago, building that up in the kitchen. And you know what, I'm so pleased with it. I'm gonna get a few of these plastic cases actually, to put some of our more delicate items in. So I think that'd be great for displaying them at the future. But yeah, I mentioned about Cross Coaster, how they do quite a few other bits. Got the big one trains, Valhalla boats, old Wild Mouse trains there as well. Yeah, lots of great merch here at Pleasure Beach. You can get the egg and a snake, 2 for £50 on them. The mug just had to be purchased. You know me, I do love my theme park merchandise, and yeah, that mug is fantastic, especially with how much I love the ride. Yeah, really hoping for a few more clothing items for Aviktas at some point in the future. And tell you what though, the quality of the Pleasure Beach merchandise is really good. I bought this Icon hoodie back in 2018, and look at it, like, it's still fantastic. I wear it all the time when I come here to Pleasure Beach and out and about in other areas as well. But it's been absolutely brilliant today. So happy that I came down here to the park. Got lots of updates in. Of course, went back on Valhalla for the first time this year. And yeah, a bit sad to see it. We're not all the effects running, but I still had a brilliant time on there. It's always been the case, that ride. Like, sometimes you go on it and everything's on and it's absolutely amazing. And then other times, not quite as good when all the effects aren't on. But still, it's an incredible ride. I still love going on it. It's one of the world's best and most iconic water rides, and they're great to get back on there as well. Hopefully next year it'll open a little bit earlier than May. I believe it was more due to some issues that they had with the ride, possibly one of the lift hills that they've had to get sorted out, so that's why it ended up opening in May. So hopefully next year it'll open early season again, fingers crossed, because it is a spectacular ride. Of course, love getting back on Aviktas today as well. I think I've ended on 8 rides on there today, which has been great. And then along with that too, just soaking up the vibes of the park in the sunshine. It's been really nice. Got on a few other rides as well. Did the big one, did Icon, been round, had a look at Grand National, seen what's going on, so hopefully that's going to reopen soon. And yeah, all in all, a brilliant day here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Of course, we've got lots coming up with our upcoming trip, so stay tuned for that. We can't wait to take you along on our next big adventure. And that leaves me with one final thing to say: get out there and keep on riding. See you all soon.